It's spring, the grass is growing, flowers are popping up out of the ground, and baby animals are everywhere. And Nature's Nursery is seeing a lot of abandoned and injured babies. Laura Sitzelberger is with us today. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Who do you have there?
This is one of the many baby squirrels that have come in, and you can see that it is hungry. This one's actually been with us a couple of days now, so we always go through a process where we get them rehydrated, and then we start them on a formula that's very specific for squirrels.
Wow, that is so neat to see the wildlife like that up so close. Let's talk about yesterday really quick, though. Yesterday and today, because, you know, obviously we saw some crazy snow yesterday, and it's very cold today. So does that impact our wildlife this season?
You know, it can have a small impact, but for the most part, you know, wildlife knows how to deal with these what I call glitches in the weather. They, you know, the mother squirrels will just stay tighter to the nest for the day. Birds will stay tighter to their nest. Somebody was just telling me that they had a killdeer nest, and the mother sat on the nest all day with the snow piling up on top of her.
Aww.
But birds, you know, birds can actually handle cold temperatures, so she was fine, and she kept her eggs warm.
Oh, that's, I mean, those mamas, they know what to do, right?
Oh,
but unfortunately, sometimes things do happen, and maybe an animal is abandoned, or you find an injured animal maybe on your property. What should people do, or maybe what should people not do?
Right. I think the biggest message is call us, because every situation is unique. So one small change in a situation, we may give you different advice. So always call us, contact us on Facebook, and we can deal with your situation specifically. So the big thing that we'd like to tell people not to do is don't grab up those babies right away. It may be a perfectly normal situation, and if you do end up with babies, please don't feed them. We've just had some, you know, horrible outcomes with people feeding the wrong thing, or even feeding the right thing to a baby that isn't warm enough, or properly hydrated first. So there's a lot that goes into it, more than just going out and buying some kitten milk and giving it to them.
Right, and you guys are the experts when it comes to making sure that they're fed the right thing. So
Right.
They need to call you first. What are you seeing so far? Are you seeing kind of a big influx right now?
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of squirrels. The rabbits are starting to come in. We've had some opossums, and the songbirds are starting to come in now. So, you know, we'll be having a wide variety. We just got in baby ducks this past week. So I would say within the next month, we will start seeing days where we will take in up to 40 animals a day.
Wow. So how many, you guys have had like a record number of animals over the last couple years. How many are you helping right now?
Right now, I don't know what number we are up to. In fact, I probably, well, we are well over 200.
Wow.
So what are we at now? 400, I think.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So it's we're ahead of where we were last year, and last year was a record-breaking year.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I'm getting hand signals from one of the volunteers that we're actually up over 500 now.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, and people are growing aware that you guys are there, and you're there to help the animals, which is great, and that they should give you a call. Do you have any particularly peculiar animals there right now?
Well, you know, what's been weird this year has been the number of amphibians and reptiles that we got in during the winter months. In fact, the first animal we got in January was a frog, which is pretty unusual for in the middle of winter. But we've had frogs, we've had snakes, we have a little baby snapping turtle here. So I don't know if Kevin can get this little tiny snapping turtle.
There he is.
I mean, we're
He
feeding
is
him.
tiny.
Yes, we're feeding him tiny little mealworms.
So, but how
so, yeah.
long do you think, you know, how long do these animals stay with you generally before you're able to release them back?
It really depends on the species. So something like a baby squirrel, they don't get their eyes open until they're about a month old. And then it's another month before they're weaned. And then they're going to move to an outdoor cage, and they're going to spend time out there before they get released. So, whereas baby bunnies are a lot quicker. By the time a baby bunny is about a month old, it's eating on its own, and very soon we'll move outside and then get released from there. So each species is very different. Baby songbirds are a pretty quick turnaround. They're probably with us about a month in total.
Okay, and you know how to care for all of them and doing such a great job there. That squirrel was really adorable. Just
know.
eating out of that dropper, so sweet. So again, if you encounter an animal on your property or you see them out in the neighborhood, you call the phone number there on your screen, and Nature's Nursery will help nurse these animals back to health and get them back out into the wild where they belong, and they'll thrive. Laura, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
Glad to be here.
Yep.